What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the fifth and final movie in the Phantasm franchise, Phantasm Ravager. So, in this movie, Reggie is going through different dimensions and stuff trying to find Mike, and there's like different ones. There's one that's in the future, there's one that I think is supposed to be present. He's like in a nursing home and he has Alzheimer's, and then there's another one where he's kind of in the wasteland still fighting off the zombies and stuff, and he ends up having to take on the tall man one final time. And this movie was not very great. I love the first three movies. I thought 4 was decent, and it's not super bad, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was good enough. But this movie, I was really disappointed in it and stuff. It doesn't have a lot of great connections to the fourth one. They don't do a whole lot in there, but they do kind of give some answers to like how the tall man always comes back and everything. We find out that there's like multiple versions of him, thousands of versions and stuff. I did like that they answered that question a little bit, but the story it could have been done a lot better and everything. The cast in here are okay, especially Reggie Bannister as Reggie. Once again, he's excellent in the role, and Angus Grimm is still really great as the tall man and everything. And there's some scenes in there that I really liked his performance in, especially like there's a scene when the tall man is laying in this bed and stuff. He's in the nursing home with Reggie and stuff, and it's like the Mr. Morningside, I cannot remember what his first name was from the fourth movie, but I think it's supposed to be that character and stuff, and his performance in that scene is really good and everything. I really love Angus Grimm in these movies though, and something I didn't mention when I reviewed the fourth one is like how great his range is and stuff. Like there's times where he's playing this sweet old man and everything, and then you see him as a tall man, and totally two different type of characters, and he pulls both of them off perfectly, and it just really shows how good of an actor he is and everything. I absolutely loved him. And then you got Don Cody, who plays this character that he meets that Reggie meets and stuff. First her name is Jane, I think, and then later he meets this other woman that's just like Jane, looks just like Jane, played by the same actress named Dawn, and she's an okay character. And there were other characters in here that I thought were alright, but this movie it could have been so much better. And the visuals in this movie are absolutely horrendous. Like it has some god-awful CGI, some of the worst CGI I've seen in a horror movie. It actually makes Curse of Chucky look good. Like the CGI is that bad. But it does have a few good scenes with practical effects and stuff too, but way too much green screen and stuff like this. And this movie is the only one to not be directed by Don Carcerelli, and instead it's directed by David Hartman, and that shows really too. Like this movie was you could tell that it's not directed by the guy who directed the first 4, and it really shows. And even though Don Coscarelli did come back to write it and produce it and stuff, you could tell this wasn't his movie. It doesn't feel like it fits in with this franchise really, and it's supposed to be the final movie and everything, and like the way it ended, it left you kind of wanting more. But hopefully we'll never get more, because I don't think they could do another one and have the tall man be played by someone other than Angus Grimm at work. It just would be a terrible idea. Like recasting the tall man would be like trying to recast Freddy Krueger or Chucky and stuff. It just wouldn't work, unless they did like the Child's Play 2019 route and revamped it and made it a totally different movie. That'd be the only way it would work. It worked on Chucky that way, but if they would have, but anyway, enough about Chuck. Yeah, I've already talked about that franchise. But this one is an alright movie. Pretty bad ending to the franchise though. Like out of all the horror movie franchises I've watched, I feel like this is the worst ending to them and everything. It could have been so much better. It could have been worse though. I mean, there are worse movies in other franchises and stuff, but not very many, to be honest. So I'd say I'd give Phantasm Ravager, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 for the performances of Jeff Bannister and Angus Scrimm. I think they were both great in here. The rest, and it did have some good moments, but it just could have been so much better and everything. This movie came out in 2016. The CGI looks like it came out of a music video from the early 2000s or late 90s. This movie has so much potential. It could have been so much better than it was and everything. But let me know in the comments what you think of Phantasm Ravager, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be doing my ranking here sometime in the next couple days and stuff. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.